And we are live! Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to Friday. So today I thought we'd go with something a little bit lighter. I have here the Arduboy. We covered this a while ago, last July in fact, did an unboxing. It's an Arduino-based Game Boy, basically. You can program it with all kinds of different games and things. There's a bunch of ones already existing on the Arduboy forums, including Siren, which is I think what it came with. So pretty! But there's a ton of other examples and things available on the Arduboy GitHub. I'll have to dig through the forum. Actually, there might be something that would already help me with this project. So what I'm envisioning for this is a Tamagotchi-style self-care device where instead of feeding a little virtual pet and stuff, well, you might still do that, you will end up like checking to see if you want to drink some water or take a nap or eat some food, or if you've been outside today, or if you've seen anyone like that, had a call with anyone that you like, things like that. And these are all things that really help us with any kind of mental health issue like we're all sort of undergoing right now. I think we all want to keep our spirits up, and in the spirit of this Honeydew webcomic, there's, for example, creative outlets, exercise, routine, sleep, meditation, social activity, a healthy diet, love, sun and air, humor, and therapy. Not all of these are as easily accessible as usual, but if you just keep your mind on them, hopefully it will help you realize what you're missing maybe and like help you meet some of your needs. So there's already also some other cool stuff people have built with the Arduboy. For example, built into a playable Game Boy Advance FPGA cartridge. This actually, I think they didn't use the same handheld physical console. I think that they used an Arduino Leonardo, or an FPGA actually. I lied, it was an FPGA. But it's using the Arduboy software. According to this article from our blog from a year ago, Cameron says, the FPGA is acting as an intermediary between an Arduino running the Arduboy software and the Game Boy Advance. That's so cool! It seems sort of meta, right? Like it goes from Arduino or Game Boy on the Arduino to an Arduino running Game Boy on running Arduino code on a Game Boy. Very confusing. Anyway, I also covered a while ago Kevin Neubauer's virtual pet, which is designed for CircuitPython. I love this thing. It's so cute, but I forgot to bring it with me. So you can see some better photos of this on our blog again. Cameron wrote an article about it 4 months ago. You can see some really pretty pictures and stuff. Someday I hope to pick it up again when I can get back to the office, but obviously that's not the best idea right now. So you can see not only this, but a bunch of other examples on this old video. For example, someone made one with the Rapid IoT kit from NXP. I love it! That thing has a ton of sensors built in. It'll be really cool. So you can see a bunch of different types of virtual pets people have built in this Throwback Thursday video that I've got linked in the description to this one. That covers Kevin's CircuitPython virtual pet, and I think that means we're ready to move on to the more exciting part. What I've been doing today is oh, go away Arduino, not for right now. Hello, we're large now. I've been going through the examples that are included in the Arduboy library for this and seeing what's available, because I think as a fairly novice programmer, it's going to be a lot easier for me to adapt something that already exists rather than coding something totally from scratch. Like maybe there's some bits of this that I can yoink, you know? So this is Breakout, and one cool thing that I noticed with it is that it's got a top scores page, which presumably is persistent in memory, because all these say AG and various like versions of that, which is my initials, so I'm assuming that I played a ton of Breakout at some point and saved it in here. What's interesting though is that I have, it's even AGG. What's interesting though is that I've actually loaded different code onto this and then replaced it since then. So maybe when I rewrote the Breakout sketch onto here, it still was able to pull the high scores from memory? That'd be really cool, actually. Let's take a look at some of these other sketches, because before we just did something super simple, and I think we have a chance to play with some more really cool stuff. There's some really impressive example sketches in the library for this. You don't even have to go on the forums and download anything. So let's take a look at them. First up, obviously there's the Breakout game, and it's got some little noises. You like move a little paddle around. Oh no! Hey, I can play this backwards on. No, I can't play it. Okay. Anyway, that's Breakout. Let's pull up the Hello World sketch, which is here in Arduino. I've got it as, you're supposed to program it as an Arduino Leonardo, and so let's hit upload on that. And as you will see, all that happens is that we get Arduboy and then Hello World. Cool. So it seems to, no matter what you load on it, it puts that little Arduboy splash screen on first. I kind of wish it had a little jingle noise to go with it, right? That would be awesome. But it doesn't. Maybe I'll make one. I'd have to like overwrite the firmware or something. So let's see, we've got Breakout, we've got Hello World. The other one I wanted to look at. So like Breakout is interesting because you're creating a display, right? And sort of simulating physics within that, which could be useful for some things. Probably not mine, but the high scores part I think would be useful to rip off. Then we have this RGB LED code, which is pretty cool. You're defining the frame rate. I'm just going to upload so you can see what this is doing. Where did it go? Too many windows. There we go, upload. Okay, yeah, so what we've got here is the frame rate determines the button auto repeat rate. You'll see what that means in a minute. You've got these different like red, green, and blue and stuff. So there is an RGB LED on the Arduboy. And as you can see here, we have digital, oh no, it's set to analog controls right now. And that means that you have a hex value and also like a regular sort of decimal value. If I just hit the left button here, this is a little complicated to do backwards, but if I keep hitting that, you'll see that both those numbers increment, the decimal value and the hex value, and you'll also see that this little LED over here to the right is getting brighter. Woo, yeah! All the way up to 255, 0 to 255. And then what we can do is dynamically mix these colors. So red plus green makes yellow, plus blue makes white. If we take the green out of it, then we get purple. If we take the red out of it, we've got just straight up blue. And then if we add the green back again, we get cyan, hopefully. Yeah, cool. So that's really cool. That's a little analog mixer. You can hit B to reset it to 0, and then you can also switch modes using the A button, and this is just a digital on-off. So on, off, on, off. Ooh. There we go. Very nice. I love it. This is a really nice little example for what I'm trying to do because it shows using a menu, and it also shows interfacing with the RGB LED, which I think would be really cool. Like, imagine if it could sort of alert me if I haven't checked in with it for a little while, and it's like, have you eaten since, you know, you got up this morning when it's 5 p.m. And I'd be like, oh no, as a matter of fact, I have not. Thank you, Arduboy. And then like it could like have a little yellow LED, and then like, you know, maybe like fade those up and down depending on like, you know, maybe red represents social activity, green is like going outside, and blue is like social interaction or something like that. I don't know. All kinds of options. Maybe blue is water. Gotta stay hydrated. And then let's pull up the last sketch here, which I think is one of the most impressive Arduino sketches I have seen. It looks like it took a massive amount of work. It is the Playtune example sketch. Look at, okay, actually, first I should say, this is, there are a couple of different, there are actually a ton of different libraries for the Arduboy, for Arduino. First up, there's Arduboy and Arduboy 2. I don't know if there are multiple versions of the Arduboy, but it's definitely true that the Arduboy 2 library runs on this one. So all of these examples I'm showing you right now are coming from the Arduboy 2 library, and I want to stick within that because if I decide to mash multiple sketches together, I want them all to use the same library. There's also a few other supporting libraries, including things like fonts and music. So, yeah, coming back to the music side of this, this is a Playtune sketch. I'm going to upload it real quick, and it's going to blow your minds, honestly. Like, I don't even know, I haven't taken this apart I kind of want to and see what the deal is with the speaker. But this is... it's Bach! Like, what? You can't even see the whole thing in this. Look at this. It just goes on and on. Not only that, it has polyphony. Like, it has multiple voices going at once. What? How is it even doing this? Wow. Ooh, you can change... Is this transposing it? What's going on? Is it just moving the text around in the screen? Let's see what the arrow keys do. Oh yeah. Okay, each of the, it appears that each of the arrow keys has its own tone associated with it, and when I push those, it both moves the little music demo text around on the screen and plays one of those tones. So that's also another great example. I guess that's why they're in the examples folder, Alex. Okay, yeah, anyway. Very excited to play with this. As usual, I'm sort of like, I haven't actually gotten very far with the programming yet, which is why I just showed you a bunch of demos. But stay tuned. I am conceivably actually going to complete a project and put up a tutorial in the code and stuff. I'm really excited. I would also totally look up the CircuitPython Virtual Pet by Kevin, because that... oh, did I close it? Because it has an established virtual pet structure. So like timers, how frequently things get pulled up. I just want to, it's a different language, it's CircuitPython, but I want to check out how that code works, see what kind of a tree he has, and this thing is really cool because it will let you create sprites and things right off the bat and has a ton of cool info around that. So many cool things to make. Hopefully this will help me be more conscious about how I take care of myself, and I think we could all use a little bit of that. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Oh, one final thing. Yesterday I did a stream about how you could 3D print, laser cut, and otherwise assemble protective face visors for hospital workers and other healthcare workers for use in your local community. And I forgot one of the projects, which is from 3D Werkstand, the 3D printed protective visor, and yeah, you can get a printout for it. But look at it, yeah. Looks quite simple. You 3D print one of the parts, you either laser cut or just hole punch the other one, and then you have a visor that people can use. Fantastic. So much cool info. So check out yesterday's video if you'd like more information about projects like this that you can make at home. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves and hack on.